Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new here. My name is Michelle. I create beauty content each and every week. If you enjoy this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. I just want to continue to grow here on YouTube. If you enjoy these kind of videos, make sure you subscribe down below. I upload twice a week, and today I am going to show you my tips and tricks on how to achieve beautiful, glossy, hydrating skin during this very harsh winter. It is cold. I think the other day it was 15 degrees, and I know other places have it like -5 degrees. I can't even imagine. I'm from New Jersey. It gets pretty cold over here. So it's definitely been a very dry winter. I just figured let me share my tips and tricks with you. Before diving in, I always say this at the end of my video, but you know what? I'm going to start saying it in the beginning of my video because I feel like more people need to hear this before you even start doing your makeup or anything. I just like to say this like as a friendly reminder that you are beautiful, you are loved, and you are worthy. All right guys, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Okay, I feel like there's like multiple key steps to get like the perfect glowy skin makeup look. And the first one is key. Oh geez, this is heavy, but you're gonna want water. Yes, I drink all of this water every single day, Monday through Friday. I don't drink it on Saturday and Sunday because I'm out and about. And I don't want to go like to the bathroom in a public place, so I don't drink a gallon of water a day. But drinking water is so important. It keeps your skin nice and hydrated. Just keep that in mind, okay? Like this has really helped my skin out so much. Like I suffer with rosacea, and lately my skin has been so much better. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, you know, you gotta drink your water, okay? Stay hydrated. I'm just gonna go ahead and pin back my hair before we even start anything. I personally just like my hair out of my way. My hair is a little wild sometimes. You'll wanna use a dewy primer. This new e.l.f. Grip Primer is phenomenal. It keeps your makeup on all day long. Pretty hydrating. It's like nice and tacky. It's very similar to the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, so highly recommend this. And I'm just gonna put this all over my skin. Now, since I do have like oily combination skin, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer, and that's just really on my nose and right here in my T-zone. This step is optional. You absolutely don't have to do this. This is just my personal preference. Another optional step is I like to cover up my redness, so I'm just gonna go in with a green concealer and just place it on any redness spots that I see. Honestly, my whole cheeks are just a red mess, but I'm just gonna blend it into the skin. And I'm gonna go in with concealer first, and I absolutely love this new Bear With Me NYX concealer. Everyone's been like raving about it. I did a little review on my TikTok, and this stuff is amazing. So I like to use it by just putting a pump on the back of my hand and then grabbing a brush and placing it right where my concealer would go and just kind of blending it in. This concealer is definitely like a medium to buildable coverage. Now I'm just taking this concealer, just carving out my brow, because honestly my brow hairs are crazy. I desperately need to get my brows done, but I'm just procrastinating. Today I'm using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation, and this, I forgot how much I love this. This isn't like full coverage. I would say it's more of like a natural finish, medium to buildable coverage. I honestly forgot how much I love this foundation. Like I wore it the other day and I was like, wow, my skin looks great. Honestly, you could go in with your personal hydrating foundation. Right now, this is just it for me. Like I'm in love with this foundation. I fell right back in love with it, and I'm just gonna do a pump and a half. And with this foundation, I personally love to use a flat kabuki brush, and I'm just gonna stamp it into my skin. Nothing crazy over here. So before we even move on, just look how glossy like my skin looks right now. Like I personally love the combination of the concealer and the foundation together. Anyways, this step is important. You're gonna want to rehydrate your skin before you put on any powders or anything. Honestly, do this step twice. Unfortunately, I completely forgot about it. So usually I'll take a dewy setting spray and spray it on my face before I put on any foundation or any concealer, but I do it right after I do my primer. I just completely forgot to do it. Like I wanted to share that little tip with you. Don't worry, because like I said, this step comes twice. Once you're done putting on your foundation and concealer, take a dewy setting spray. This one's my personal favorite. It's from e.l.f. and just spray it all over your face. You want to make sure your face is like soaking wet in that. All right, now I'm just gonna set my under eyes. This you could set with whatever powder you prefer. I don't like to use like a shimmer or glowy powder underneath my eyes just because I don't want that underneath my eyes personally. Before we go ahead and set the rest of our face, I feel like this is also key for if you want like dewy glossy skin. That is using like a cream product. So today I'm using the e.l.f. Putty blush and bronzer. This is just the bronzer. I personally like to go in with this first and just dab it into my skin. These products just have like a nice glow to them. And I also feel like they also help your makeup stay on all day long. It honestly just melts right into your skin. It's absolutely beautiful. Now I'm just taking the blush and putting that on a sponge. This is my personal favorite way on how to use their blush, and just gently place it right on top of the bronzer. Now, if you have a liquid highlighter, this is the chance now to put it on before you go in with any powders. I personally don't have any, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put my setting powder. The one I'm using today is from e.l.f. Again, like, duh, no surprise here. But this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. So I'm gonna be putting this all over my face, except for where I put the blush and bronzer. We're gonna leave that as is. We're gonna set that blush and bronzer, just not yet. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set my blush with the powder blush and then my bronzer with the powder bronzer. You could use whichever bronzer you prefer. Okay, I just went ahead and lowered my brightness down on my camera a little bit so you can see that the glow is still peeking through. My blush looks a little intense, but now before I even go on and put any highlighter on, I'm actually gonna go in with Jaclyn Cosmetics Luminous Powder. This isn't a setting powder, which is why I didn't set with it. It's supposed to give a nice glow to the skin without being glittery looking. This is honestly one of my favorite items that I've purchased from her collection. I personally think it's worth the money. Just putting this all over my face. Again, like, just look at that glow that these products are giving. I'm going in with the highlighter. This is just the Essence highlighter. This is their Pure Nude highlighter. I personally don't want a highlighter that's too shimmery, just because I already have a lot of like glow to my skin already. So I just like a very natural, subtle highlight, and I'm placing that right here on the top of my cheeks. All right, so we're almost done, I promise you. You wanna go back to your setting spray and spray it all over your face. Make sure it looks nice and wet. We are glowing. I feel like I look like I just came back from the beach. Like a nice little sunbathe, but without the dry skin from sunbathing. You know what I mean? All right, so before this fully dries down, take your sponge, make sure there's nothing on it, press into your skin. This is really gonna help just lock in that setting spray. And just when you think, okay, surely we're done, no, there's one more step. I promise you, this is the absolute last step. You're gonna need a facial oil. Probably should have said this in the beginning, but I'm using the Smashbox facial oil. You could use any type of facial oil that is meant for like cosmetic use rather than skincare use. This one's a bit pricey, but this is really good. I haven't tried any other facial oils. I know Milani has one. I don't know what other brands have a facial oil that are drugstore. This I feel like is key. So you want to take probably like 1 to 2, maybe 3 drops, no more than 3. On the back of your hand, trust me, you want to put it on the back of your hand. Take your sponge and just dab it in there. Put it all over the place on the back of your hand. You do not want all this oil in your face. You kind of want the sponge to absorb some of it. And now we're going to gently press it into our skin. I personally don't like to go on my nose or my T-zone area, just because I personally know that I will look so oily. But if you are a super dry person, then go ahead, put it on your nose, put it on your forehead. But me personally, no. So I also took some oil on this side of the sponge, and I'm actually going to put that underneath my eye. I feel like this helps my foundation and everything stay on, but also hydrates my skin throughout the day. And now we are officially done with this dewy, luminous skin, and you are ready to continue to glow throughout all of the winter and look like this weather isn't bothering you. But these are all my tips and tricks. I hope you guys found this helpful. And again, don't forget to drink your water. Buy a big jug of water and just carry it around with you all day long and just sip on it. Trust me, it's gonna make a world of a difference in your skin. I hope you guys found this helpful and I hope you learned something. These are my tips and tricks. Let me know if you have any tips and tricks down below. I would love to hear them. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. It allows YouTube to push out my video to more people, and I'm just continuously trying to grow on this channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all my weekly uploads. I upload twice a week, all beauty and makeup related content. And I know I said this earlier, but I still want to end all my videos with this. Just a reminder that you're beautiful, you're loved, and you are worthy. All right, guys, bye.